I am only discussing the last 13 years, what I did in the university department. So there I was doing about 200 eyes a month for the last 13 years. So the machine that we had there was a physics with the microkeratome was the SBK microkeratome. Every patient received a new disposable plastic head and 90 micron blade. I did not use a 130 micron blade for any patient. That if you can give a thin flap, you are preserving just more stroma. So why to take a 130 micron for anybody, even if they have a good pachy? That initially, because I've been so long in this field, when first the arguments was that a microkeratome cannot make an accurate thickness flap. You need a femto to get a thickness. That was because they could do that because olden blades were 180 microns, 150 microns thick. By the time Moria brought a 130 micron blade, that whole argument lost its meaning. There was no thing to say that you need a femto to get a thin flap. They showed equal thickness with a microkeratome or with a femto laser. You don't need to put $250,000 to make a flap. It is 100% sure that you get a smoother surface. Microkeratome is much smoother. The anterior segment OCTs have proved beyond doubt that you get a thin flap, you get a planar flap, you get as planar as any other way of making a flap. Is if you remove the noise which was created by the big companies which made femto initially, then you have no reason to think that there is any better way to make a flap than having a good microkeratome, which in today's world only means the Moria one use SBK. Dozens of studies, and everything says same predictability, same stability, same safety, same efficacy, but no change in uncorrected equity, no change in residual spherical equivalent, no change in Shermer, no change in T-board. 90 micron flap. There is no reason to go even beyond. First of all, you'll remove all your opposition saying that it might be 100. If 130 might be 140, fine. Don't use a 130. Why do you want to use a 130? There is no reason to use a 130. Use a 90 micron. And now there have been studies which show that it, there are reduced aberrations with a 90 micron blade flap. There is no need to go in for excessive equipments. You need a good, reliable, cost-effective procedure. I mean, the visual recovery, you cannot compare the blade with the femto. When you're dissecting the flap, the irregularity, the more, it's obvious that these people will recover faster.